So this is a bit of a random assortment of things that I want to use up this year. So most of this is actually near future things that I'd either like to use up or hit pan on. I do have more things, but I just want to focus, keep it simple and focus on a smaller set of things that I don't reach for very often, or that I don't really love, so I just want to get it done and get it out of the way. So I'll start sort of from skin up, and we'll go from there. So some primers, I want to finish these two. They're just two samples that I have. One is the Too Faced primer, and one is the Smashbox Photo Finish. To be honest, I don't really love the Photo Finish primer. I don't have much to say about the Prime and Poreless. I can't remember, but I know the Photo Finish has never really wowed me a whole lot. And again, these are just two samples that for some reason I've been hanging on to and never finishing. So I just want to finish those up. The Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I do like this, but I feel like this is definitely a wintertime moisturizer for me. I think this may be too much for me to use in the summertime. I feel like it might be a little too heavy, so I want to use this up in the next couple months. But if you like a moisturizing primer, and this has a bit of glow to it, this is a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. The color is not the best suited for me. It's a little yellow, and I find it's a little dark, which surprised me because when I watch some YouTubers that I feel like have slightly lighter skin than me, they wear this, and it always surprises me because I feel like it, but maybe again it's the tone that's not right for me. So it's okay, it doesn't bother me that much. So again, just want to finish this up. I'm not sure if I would repurchase this again. We'll see. So the other concealer that I have is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Cannelle, and I really like this. A lot of people say that it's dry, and it is, but it isn't. I feel like it's a little dry, but it doesn't move around. I feel like some of the ones that are a bit more liquidy move around and settle into fine lines, whereas once this is on, yeah, it shows my fine lines, everything shows my fine lines, but once it's there, it's there. Like, it doesn't seem to move, and I know that's what I'm going to get. So I do like this, and I would definitely consider repurchasing this. So I want to try and finish this up, though, this year as well. This is the Dr. Jart BB Beauty Balm. It's kind of hate that it's black because I can't tell, and it's very solid, so I can't tell how much I've used. I was really eager to try this. I don't like heavy moisturizers, even though I have not great skin, or heavy foundations, even though I don't have great skin. I don't like to use a full coverage foundation, so I've been trying to look for a BB cream that I would like. I don't really like this. It looks kind of gray when I put it on, and I don't know, it's okay. I have a Garnier BB cream that I like just as much as I like this, and the Garnier one was like a third of the price, I think. So and again, this says it's anti-aging. I've been using this I bought it in the Sephora VIB sale in November, and I've been using this fairly regularly. I usually use it on days that I know I'm going to be going to the gym later, because I definitely don't want to have a high coverage foundation on for those days. And I mean, I haven't really noticed any improvements in my skin by using this, so I just want to finish it up and get it done with, and I definitely won't repurchase. So this is a Clinique, sorry, it looks really bad, Almost Powder Makeup in Neutral Fair. I actually have two of these, I think. I received them from a friend of mine who these were just too light for her skin, and so she gave them to me. I'm not a big powder foundation person. I tend to just use this as a quick no makeup days where I'm running to the store. So I probably wouldn't buy a Clinique one. I feel like there's enough drugstore powders that are good. And I want to try some other ones. I'd like to try the It Cosmetics Jessica Braun always talks about this one, the Celebration Illumination Foundation, ridiculously long name product. So I probably wouldn't buy this outright. I'd buy something else. So this is the Hourglass Finishing Lighting Power, Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. I surprisingly really like this, and you can see it is almost done, which makes me really, really sad. Again, this is another product that I almost finished it, so I stopped using it. So I just need to finish using it. I have a love-hate relationship with Hourglass. I love their products. I hate how expensive they are. I've tried a few Hourglass products, and I do really, really like them. I mean, this was one of those products I thought, it's going to be gimmicky, but when I put it on, I was like, holy crap. Just, my skin looked so much better. So I usually save this for, like, special occasion days, or days where I just feel like poo, and I want my skin to just look a little smoother, a little more radiant, and it works. I think the different shades work different for people, so if dim light is not the right tone for you, you may want to try some other ones. And the kitty cat's in the frame. So, Wolfie, I'm trying to film here. Do you mind? So, this is a NARS duo in Laguna and Orgasm. As you can see, I prefer one product much more than the other. I'm not a big blush person. I like blushes, but I'm very light-handed with it. So I just want to finish up this Laguna. I also have another small Laguna of just this, so once this is done, I'm going to make an attempt to depot this and put it with my Z palette. We'll see how that goes. So for highlighters, I have this Becca highlighter. Again, most of these things come in kits. I love Sephora kits because I like smaller sizes of products. I feel like I'm not wasting product and I'm getting to try more things. This one is in Moonstone. And again, I don't think I'll be able to finish this, but I mean, it's really pretty. But I want to at least hit pan. I want to use it enough that I feel like I've made a dent in it, if that makes sense. This is the Benefit What's Up highlighter. This may be the very first proper highlighter that I ever bought, and you can see I still have a ton of it. And I felt like I used this all the time because I never really had any other highlighters. This was all that I had. Granted, again, highlight is not something I use every single day. But again, I like this. I like the way it looks. It's nice and smooth. It's very, very pretty, and I want to use it. I want to not forget that I have this. And then for finishing powder, again, this was in the kit, and this is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I think everybody and their mother talks about this on YouTube. And so I was pretty excited to try this when it came in one of the kits, and I do really like this. I have a CoverGirl powder, which is fine, but it definitely looks a bit more powdery. This is just very smoothing, and I use this in very different ways. Sometimes I use a light brush, and sometimes I use a wet beauty blender. I really like this, and it's hard to explain why, to be honest. So would I repurchase this? Yes. And Tarte blush, so this is the one that came in the birthday kit. Again, I don't use blush very heavily, and I also have the Tarte Christmas one with the 10 blushes in it, and so I know, why did I buy that when I just say I don't use blush a whole lot? But I wanted more color, so that's why I did buy that, and it was good value. But I want to at least hit pan on this one. I want to use it regularly enough that I feel like I'm getting my value out of it and hit pan. So again, there's that one, and that's in Party. I'm not going to go through all of these individually, but as you can see, I have a habit of using them and then just stopping using them. And I have a couple full-size ones. I have a full size of 0 that I've been using instead of using this one. Why don't I just use this one and finish it up? I have no idea. So I need to make an effort to finish these up. Part of the reason why I haven't finished up, I had Demolition as well, and the brown one, and I can't find it. It's one of my favorites, so I'm kind of sad that I can't find that one. I really do like these Urban Decay eyeliners. These were a kit that I bought, and they were smaller, they were travel size, and I wish they sold those more often because, again, these have lasted me a really long time, and I just felt like the travel size was a better value. I wasn't spending as much money up front, I guess. Maybe not a better value, but I got more colors for instead of just buying one, because these are so expensive. Once I finish these up, though, maybe I'll try, I think there's Milani. I think there's a Milani ones that they will at least package the same, so I'd be curious to see if the quality is the same. The other ones that I'd like to try is the Marc Jacob ones, but the price of those, again, kills me a little bit, so I'm not sure. This is the Naked Basics palette. This is probably one of the first high-end palettes that I did buy, and you can see what color it is that I use the most often. It's the WS shade. This shade I really don't use. The only reason why it's got a bit of a dent in it is it cracked and some of it fell out. But again, I use these three, and once these three are done, I'm done with this palette. I feel like I do have these shades in some other palettes, or at least close enough that I don't need to repurchase this anytime soon. But I mean, I do like this one because it was handy for travel when I first bought it. So eyebrow and eyelash. So Volume Colorist. This is one of those products that I haven't seen anybody really talk about, and this is one of the rare products that I saw on a display, and I bought it right away. It wasn't even on sale or anything, because it said that it tinted your lashes. I honestly don't think it tinted my lashes. Maybe if you had blonde eyelashes, you would notice. I didn't see it tinting. And also, when I first got this, I didn't like it because it was very wet. So I don't like very wet mascaras, mostly because I end up getting it all over my face. And so, but I stopped using it for a while, and then I came back to it, and it had dried out a little bit. So I'm just trying to finish this up. I wouldn't repurchase this one. I don't really care for it. So this is the Great Lash Waterproof Very Black. This is a holy grail product for me. One of the videos I do want to film is sort of like a holy grail product video, because I have been purchasing this for 20 years. No joke. I buy this in waterproof, and I used to always buy waterproof mascara because I used to wear contacts, and I find too in the wintertime here in Canada, if it's snowing, or I'm just paranoid with mascara that's going to be all over my face. So I do like to buy this in waterproof, and I almost always use this in conjunction with other mascaras. And this is the Wonder Brow in Brunette. I again bought this because of my crappy eyebrows and trying to find a way to use a product that will stay. I find a lot of products just don't stay on my eyebrows or really my skin, because I do kind of fill in where I don't actually have any hair. This works. It does stay on all day. I don't think it stays on. Like, people show that, you know, they basically can rub their face and it doesn't come off. It comes off for me eventually. If I were to put it on and then, 4 or 5 hours later rub, some of it's going to come off. But it is long lasting. So I do like to wear this on days that I go to the gym, because then I know for sure I may be sweating, I may look terrible, but my eyebrows are still there. So I have 3 palettes here too that I want to make a better point of using. So this is the Kathleen Lights and Morphe palette. It's so pretty, and it was perfect for this time of year, and I haven't really used it. It just gets put on the back burner for me. So swatch there, it's beautiful, and these are great, fall winter colors. So I know that she obviously doesn't do tutorials for it anymore. You don't hear about it anymore because it's sold out now, but I feel like there's a ton of us out there that have this, but we don't make a point of using it. At least I don't make a point of using it. So I want to try. The only color that will be difficult for me to use is this color. I can't see myself using it. I'd like to, but I just don't think I will. This is a palette that I bought pretty recently too, and I bought it because I wanted the Peach Matte one, I wanted the Naked Heat one. They're all so expensive, and I felt like this one had similar tones to those palettes, and the Tartelette Toasted palette. And I like this. This is actually really good quality. I'll just kind of grab a couple here, put them aside. So, I mean, they're good quality. That one was a bad swatch. Let's try that again. So, warm tones for me are not common, and that's why I wanted to go with a cheaper palette, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money, for example, on the Naked Heat, and realize that I really don't like warm tones. So that's why I bought this one. And I want to try and use this one more, try and come up with some new looks with this one. So, and lastly, this is another palette that I just don't reach for. I kind of keep forgetting that I have it. And I got this in a BoxyCharm. I subscribed to that for 3 months, and then I stopped. I liked BoxyCharm. It was a bit pricey, and again, I'm on the no buy thing, so I just didn't want to continue with it. But these are beautiful. Like, I mean, this one is just gorgeous. Like, whoa, beautiful. But again, I just kind of forget that I have it, and I want to use it more often. So that's it. That's all the things for now that I want to make a point of using. So hopefully you made it through that video. It's kind of a long one. That will probably be my longest one. I want to keep my videos pretty short. If you stuck around, thank you. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!